Today's video is just going to be an intro to the channel and some information about me and the novel that I'm working on. So starting with me, my name is Chris, I'm 37 years old, I'm from Western North Carolina, which if you don't know where that is, it's the home of the infamous Brown Mountain Lights. I'm sure you can find videos on YouTube about that. I've been writing off and on all my life. I've never really taken it seriously until earlier this year. I'm going to go through and list some of my favorite authors and mention one book that they've done that I really loved. So going through this list, we'll start off with Peter Straub. You may have read The Talisman, which he co-wrote with Stephen King. One of his favorite books of mine is a book called Ghost Story. Of course, as I mentioned, Stephen King. Probably one of my favorite books by him is Nightmares and Dreamscapes. It's a collection of short stories, and I think it's just beautifully written. There's a lot of magic in it, and mystery, and of course horror. Just good stuff all around. The next author, of course, is Neil Gaiman. I could go through and list a ton of stuff that he's written that is just so good. The book I chose, though, for this list is Smoke and Mirrors. It's another short story collection. Really awesome. You definitely need to check that out if you haven't read it. The last two that I want to mention is Margaret Weis and Tracy Hickman, who wrote the Dragonlance series, which is fantasy. It's something that I read when I was really young, and I really enjoyed that. The next part of this video I wanted to go through is some information on my novel. As I mentioned in my other video, I started it back in August. It's hard to pin down the genre really, but I chose urban fantasy in the end because that's kind of a melting pot of a lot of different things. It takes place in the present day, so there's a lot of romance in it, but there's also like magic and horror and psychic abilities, stuff like that. Like I said, I started it back in August, and I'm a little over 200,000 words right now. I have no idea how long this rough draft is going to go before I start revising it. I've just been writing every day and trying to work on it. For the last part of this video, I wanted to mention something that I came across today. It's a very short sort of excerpt almost of a story, a little short story writing challenge that this girl did, and it's really great. I'm going to link to it in the description. I wanted to kind of get into this idea that, at least to me, writing is kind of akin to music in a way. Like when you listen to a song, you get a feeling from it, you know, 9 times out of 10 it's going to evoke a certain emotion in you. And I think writing can be the same way, especially looking for what in my mind I would consider good writing, or writing that has magic in it. And I think this piece that she read has at least a snippet of that. I really liked it. there again, it's just sort of this intuitive. To me, it's not about perfect literature. You know, it has nothing to do with grammar nor the wording really, or I mean, all that is set aside. It's just this sort of inorganic element. But when it's there, I found it in other works that had great stuff with it too. You know, but so I'm kind of rambling about this, but I just wanted to say definitely you should go and check that out and see if you can pick up on this thing I'm talking about. There's one line in particular where she's talking about how this little boy dies, and the way she words that little section, when I was listening to it, I was like, wow, there it is. Like, that is that thing that you're looking for, and if you're lucky, you can, you know, manifest that on the pages of what you write, you know, over and over again throughout your entire book. So anyway, definitely check that out. So yeah, like I said, I do plan on doing a video tomorrow night. You know, it'll be the beginning of NaNoWriMo after 12. So there may be some kind of Halloween theme to it. I don't know what it'll be yet. I'll just have to wait and see. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'm hoping to post videos, as I said before, every day throughout NaNoWriMo. So any comments that you might have or suggestions of things that you want to see or hear about in future videos, you know, leave me a note, let me know if you liked it. And I hope all of you are well, and I'll talk to you soon.